friends, welcome back to another children's Bible story time. Today I just have one story for you because it's a little bit longer, but I think it's such a fun story and I'm excited for us to read it together. Are you ready? Today's story is the Berenstain Bears and the Truth. So we're going to learn all about telling the truth. So this book is written by Stan and Jan Berenstain. So let's read together. It was a lazy sort of day in Bear Country. The air was so still that the leaves on the big treehouse where the Bear family lived were hardly rustling, except in the beehive where the bees were always busy. Nothing much seemed to be happening. It was the sort of day that sometimes leads to mischief. Inside the treehouse, Brother and Sister Bear were sitting around, not doing anything in particular. So here's the bear house, and there's not much going on, is there? Brother was holding his soccer ball. He'd become interested in soccer and had been outside practicing free kicks. Sister was relaxing in an easy chair, thinking about what to do next. Neither Papa nor Mama Bear was around. Papa was in his shop working on some furniture, and Mama was out shopping. So look, there's Brother Bear with his soccer ball, and then here's Sister Bear just trying to figure out what to do next. I know what, said Sister. Let's go gather some wild blackberries. Brother thought about that. No, he said. Wild blackberries have too many thorns, and besides, the seeds get stuck in your teeth. Well then, said Sister, let's go out and twist each other up on the swing and see who gets the dizziest. Brother thought about that. No, he said, that's silly, and besides, we did that yesterday. Sister became irritated and impatient with her brother. So look, first she said, what about some blackberries? Brother said no. Well, then she thought, what about a swing? And Brother said no. My goodness, she complained, you don't want to do anything. All you want to do is sit there and hug that soccer ball. I think you must be in love with that soccer ball. I am not, protested Brother, but I'll tell you something. I bet I can dribble this ball past you. Brother was a pretty good soccer player and a very good dribbler, but so was Sister. So look, there she is. She is so irritated with her brother, and now he's challenged her to play soccer. The only one who saw what happened next, besides the cubs, was a mockingbird who was perched on a twig outside an open window. Brother faced Sister. The ball was on the floor between them. First, Brother moved the ball with his right foot, then with his left, trying to trick Sister out of position. Then, quick as a flash, he gave the ball a sharp kick with his right. So there they are playing soccer in the house. What do you think is going to happen? Let's find out. It almost worked, but Sister was fast too. She reached out with her knee and blocked the ball, which bounced against a bookshelf, against a chair, against a footstool, and into Mama's most favorite lamp, which fell to the floor with a crash. So look, the ball is bouncing around, and uh-oh, it knocked Mom's lamp over. The mockingbird let out a screech and got out of there as fast as its wings would carry it. As it flew away, it saw Mama Bear returning from the marketplace. Now, the Bear family had some house rules, just as any family has. One was no honey eating in bed. Another was no tracking mud on the clean floors. And another one was no playing ball in the house. So there goes the mockingbird flying away, and there's Mom coming home from the market. What to do? Brother looked at sister. Sister looked at brother. They both looked at the broken lamp, and they both listened in horror as Mama came up the front steps and into the house. All brother had time to do before Mama came into the room was roll the ball behind Papa's chair. "My lamp," said Mama. "My best lamp." "What happened?" she asked, looking into her cub's eyes. "Tell me about it." The cubs looked into Mama's eyes, then at each other, and then they began to tell one of the biggest whoppers that has ever been told in bear country. So look, the lamp is broken. They're trying to hide that soccer ball, but Mom sees the lamp and asks what happened. "It was a bird," began brother. "Yes," added sister, "a big purple bird with yellow feet." "And green wing tips," added brother. "And funny looking red feathers sticking out of his head," said sister as a finishing touch. As most lies do, the purple bird whopper got bigger and bigger and bigger. So look, they came up with this bird that they're going to say broke the lamp. Do you think it's going to work? Let's see. "Yes," continued the cubs, "and it flew in that window, zoomed around the room, and knocked over the lamp." As Mama Bear was looking at the broken lamp with a sad expression on her face, Papa Bear came in from his shop. The cubs began to tell him the story of the big bird that flew in the window and broke the lamp. It was harder to tell the second time. For one thing, they couldn't quite remember how they told it the first time. So look, there's the bird they're blaming it all on. And now they have to tell Papa Bear the same story. "You've got me confused," said Papa. "Was it a purple bird with green wing tips and yellow feet? Or a yellow bird with purple wing tips and green feet? Or was it a white bird with black spots, like that soccer ball behind my easy chair?" But the thing that really made it hard the second time was how very sad Mama looked as she picked up the pieces of her broken lamp. So there's the birds that Papa is asking them about. And what does that one look like? The soccer ball. "Mama, we're really sorry about the lamp," said brother. "Oh yes," said sister, picking up the last piece and putting it in the dustpan. "Oh," said Mama, "I'm not worried about the lamp. We can always get another lamp, or we can glue this one back together. What I'm sad about is the thought that maybe, just maybe, my cubs, whom I've always trusted, aren't telling me the truth. And trust is not something you can put back together again." Both cubs started to talk at once. "It wasn't a bird," said sister. "It was a soccer ball." "And it was all my fault," shouted brother. "It was just as much my fault," said sister. But they were both shouted down by the phone, which rang loudly. So they're cleaning up the lamp, and Mom has figured out that they're not telling the truth. It was Grizzly Gran inviting the Bear family for a Sunday visit. "Hello, Gran," said Mama. "Oh, everything is just fine here in the treehouse. How is everything with you?" "But Mama," protested sister, after Mama hung up the phone, "you told Gran that everything is fine here, and that isn't really the truth." "Oh, but it is," answered Mama. "We've got two fine cubs who have just learned a very important lesson about telling the truth. And what could be finer than that? Now, let's help Papa glue the lamp back together." So there's Mom on the phone with Gran, and Papa Bear is going to go fix the lamp. Nobody really expects cubs to be perfect, and from time to time, Brother and Sister Bear did forget the rules. Brother ate honey in bed a couple of times. One time, Sister tracked a little mud on the clean floor. And once or twice, Brother and Sister started to play ball in the house before they remembered not to. So look, there they are. And sometimes we forget the rules. So Brother forgot he couldn't eat honey in bed. Sister forgot not to track mud in the house. And they both forgot not to play ball in the house. But they never, ever again told a whopper, because trust is one thing you can't put back together once it's broken. So there they are, standing by the lamp that's all glued back together. And they learned a really important lesson, didn't they? To always tell the truth. Thank you so much for joining me again for Children's Bible Story Time. I'm having so much fun with you, and I can't wait to be back with you next week. Bye, friends.